Hey friends, join me as I cook by memory at Miss Penny's Favorite Foods. Hi everybody, this is another one of my absolute favorite foods. This is a peaches and cream bread. And we're about to make it now. Peaches and cream bread. These are the ingredients. Beautiful fall peaches. The harvest for peaches is almost over. This is probably the last batch. And we are going to make a beautiful peaches and cream bread. All right, let's get started. Hey everybody, this is Miss Penny with one of Miss Penny's favorite foods. You've seen the ingredients. Now we're going to put it all together. I'm aiming the camera at the ingredients and how we make it because that's the important thing. So I'll get back with you. But this is how it's made. This is the peaches and cream bread. Hope you like it. Here we go. It's really quick, easy. You do not need an electric mixer. Everything gets mixed in the bowl and then it goes in a 350 oven for about 50 minutes, 45, 50 minutes, more or less. I'll let you know when it comes out. But this is the last of the harvest peaches for this year. And this should be great. So we're going to use the rest of our harvest peaches and we'll get started right now. Okay. All right. First of all, we're going to cream all of our wet things. So we're going to have a cup of sugar. And this recipe, like I said, it's all in one bowl. It's very little prep and everything goes in at one time. So we've got a cup of sugar. We have 1 egg. We have a half a cup of vegetable oil. This particular bread does not use butter, which gives your butter a break because butter is expensive. This recipe we had, because of course you know we had a lot of peaches. We had peaches all year round. And so my grandmother always found things to mix with the peaches. One of that was peach bread. So this is what this is. So you cream that. To that you're going to add a half a cup of milk. 2% whole milk, either one. Almond milk may work. Never used it, but it may work. Probably would. You cream that. To that you're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to eyeball it. I'll probably put a tablespoon in because I like vanilla. So you're going to cream that too. Now I'm also putting in, with the cream, I am creaming it with yogurt. This is a wild cherry yogurt, but you can use whatever, you can use plain yogurt if you don't want any extra flavor. But why not? We're going to put wild cherry yogurt in this. I think that would go really good with the fresh peaches. And then you whip it up until it's all whipped, which takes literally, as you can see, about 15 seconds. That's how it looks. And that's your wet ingredients. We're almost done. Okay. These are your dry ingredients. This is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. That's all that's in here. And we're going to just mix it up a little so that everything gets incorporated. And then we're going to dump it in. Believe it or not, that's pretty much it. on the bread part. The only other thing we're going to do after I mix it up in this bowl, and again, you don't want to use a beater, a mixer, electric mixer, because this is bread. Bread is tender. When you're making this type of a bread, it's a tender recipe. If you make it with yeast, if you make bread with yeast, then yeah, it's a lot rougher. You have to actually beat it down and whatnot, but not for this. And you don't want to whip it because it'll mess up the texture, and you don't want that. So then you just mix it so that that egg is incorporated and everything in. Like I said, one bowl under. Oh, this cherry smell wonderful. Okay, so the last thing we're putting in is our peaches. These are the peaches. I peeled them. I diced them small. And I sauteed them in a pan on low for about 10 minutes with 2 teaspoons of sugar and a pinch of nutmeg. And I let them saute for about 10 minutes. And then I put a teaspoon of flour in them just to thicken them up, because I told you when you're using fresh fruit, and of course they have juice, which you did, it renders out that juice so that you can thicken it so that it doesn't mess up your bread. And that's why you have to do that when you have fresh fruit in bread. Or either dry it out in the oven for about 10 minutes after you cut it up. That would have worked too, but we're doing it this way. All right, this gets incorporated in, and then we loaf it up and bake it off. All right, hold on. All right, we're going to incorporate our diced fresh harvest peaches. Harvest peaches are so wonderful because they have been allowed to stay on the vine a little longer for a little bit of the cold weather to hit them. So they are mature. They are super sweet. They are fragrant. And it's the best time to harvest peaches. This is the last of my crop of peaches. But this definitely takes me back to my grandmother. So you just fold it gently in, the peaches gently in. It'll come out like that. That's what you want. All right. Now, you get out your loaf pan and you spray it up. You spray it up, and then you put in your bread. And this smells great. The peaches are wonderful. This is good anytime. This is breakfast, lunch, brunch. If you want to make a hit and you want to make an impression, make this loaf. As you can see, it only takes a few minutes. The biggest prep is actually cutting up your peaches. You can, the reason I cut them up is because I need them to be bite-sized in the bread. And it incorporates better if they're smaller than if they're larger. All right, here it is. It's going in the oven, 350. "45, 50 minutes. Let you know when it comes out, and we will taste it. All right, be back in a minute. Okay. Hey everybody, this is the finished product. This is the peaches and cream bread. And this is a slice of the bread. Luscious, luscious, luscious. Let's see. Let me just take a little pinch here. It's so moist. Oh, that is so good. Where's my coffee? Oh my goodness. Okay, everybody, you have got to try it. It's delicious. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Thank you. Be blessed, and I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.